live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watches on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. What a disgusting... sorry. Trying to turn on the chat. What a disgusting game by the Lakers. I mean, this was inexcusable. This is an inexcusable loss. Right? LeBron tries to carry. Luka's sick. Right? Reeves had a solid game. But I mean, Lakers did everything they could to beat themselves. Literally. Lakers had this game. The game was tied 103 to 103. Right? Literally. 103 to 103. And they blew it. They blew it. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. This game was inferior. Lakers got outscored 13 to 1 in the final 4:35. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Right? Like, the game was tied. 4:35 left. I made a whole community post about it and everything. Lakers score 1 point. 1. Again, this was an inexcusable loss. Lakers did everything they could to lose this game. Everything they could. Just kept giving this game away. Every opportunity they had. Lakers had, 20 turnovers? NBA.com says that they only had 16, but it was more than 16. It was at one point they had it at 19, and then I think LeBron had the turnover. So I'm pretty sure it was 20 turnovers. They had 20 turnovers. I mean, this was an inexcusable game. Missed free throws. They missed a ton of free throws. They were 13 of 20. Right? Like, you miss free throws, you turn the ball over, you fail to hit shots, and this is the kind of game. Lakers did literally everything in their power. Everything in their power to just beat themselves. It's not like Minnesota was so good or they shot the lights out or they did whatever. Right? Like, literally, Lakers just handed them the game. Game was tied. Tie game with 4:37 remaining. 4:37 remaining. Tie game. And the Lakers get outscored 13 to 1 the rest of the way. It's just, I mean, Lakers had every chance that they had. Every chance they had. Anthony Edwards torched us. Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, and Anthony Edwards was better than all three of them. You know, look, this is not LeBron. This is not only LeBron carried, right? You know, he did everything he could, right? But Reeves was great for like 2.5 quarters. And then just like disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. He had I think he finished with 20, but he had like 19 at the end of the third. He just like completely disappeared. And then, you know, Luka, like I said, Luka had the flu game, but wasn't a good one. Right? I mean, 6 of 16, 2 of 8 from 3, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 turnovers. Reeves had 4. LeBron didn't try. LeBron only had the one. He had the one where he fumbled it. Literally, that's it. That's the only turnover he had. Right? It just, again, you're not winning games when you're playing this way. You're not winning games when you're just, this game was so infuriating. I would have rather the Lakers get blown out again. Like, seriously. I would have rather the Lakers just get smacked. They shoot the lights out, because at least we could be like, hey, man, they shot the lights out. What are you going to do? Right? This game was so frustrating because Lakers had every opportunity to win this game. Every chance to win this game. Lakers did everything they could to blow this game. You can't do that. You can't lose games this way. Right? Again, I understand, you know, Luka's sick and whatnot, but guys got to step up. LeBron did. Reeves did for a half, and then that was it. It's just guys not hitting shots, getting beat. Not closing out, not playing defense, the defensive intensity and effort, right? It's just, again, it's inexcusable. You know, you had every chance to win this game, every one of them, and you did everything you could to just give it away, right? Now you have a must-win game 4, because if you lose that, the Lakers aren't beating this team 3 times in a row, right? So now you have a must-win game 4 rather than putting it the other way, where now you put all the pressure on Minnesota. Now you put all the pressure on them to have to win the game or they're done. Now this is going probably 6 or 7 minimum, right? Instead of wrapping this up quickly, wrapping this up swiftly. Again, it's so frustrating watching this team. Like, there's times where this team is brilliant and looks great and looks every bit of the team that you want them to be. That look like a team that just, they can run away with the chip. But then you watch games like this and it's just like, just poor execution, poor delivery, poor defense, poor effort. I mean, you literally just got outworked, out-hustled down the stretch. A lot of the Minnesota running away with it was them just getting outworked, giving up offensive rebounds, turning the ball over, right? Not beating them to loose balls and stuff, right? It's just like these kind of games are infuriating because these are the kind of games that you're supposed to win. These are the kind of games that you were in the thick of it the entire way. You tie the game again with 4:37. 4:37. It was 103 to 103. How do I know this? Because I even made a community post about it. Tie game 103 to 103. And you get outscored 13 to 1. You gave up a 13 to 1 run with a tie game with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves on the court. Anthony Edwards by himself just torched you. Which credit Ant, man. That dude, that's why he's one of my favorite players, man. That dude is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anthony Edwards dropped 29, and he had like 10 to finish the game. He was like pedestrian until that point. Julius Randle, 22. Jaden McDaniels drops another 30. Like, come on. Jaden McDaniels should not be Minnesota's leading scorer. Jaden McDaniels should not be averaging 25 a game. Right? Like, it's ridiculous. Right? You're letting all these other guys, you're letting Minnesota just outwork you, out-hustle you, outbeat you in every way. Literally every way. And now you gotta must win game 4 rather than you just handle your business, put all the pressure on Minnesota, force them to have to figure it out or series is done. Now instead you're in that position because you couldn't do your job in this game, in a game that was very winnable, in a game that you had every opportunity to win, in a game that you should not, again, it was 103 to 103. You have a poor third quarter. Follow that up with just getting ran through to end the game in the final 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 37 seconds. It was like 4 minutes because that's when they really final 4 minutes of the game, you just get ran through. Right? And it's the problem. It's why I said from the beginning, right? I believe that there is a version of this team that can hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy. There is a version of this Lakers team that wins the NBA championship. But I wouldn't bet on it, right? Talked about it numerous times. I said, people ask all the time, Tyler, do you think that the Lakers can win the championship? Do I think they can? Yes. Will they? I don't know. Because of games like this. You do this to a team like, the Thunder, right? The series is over quick. Do this to a team like Boston, series is over quick. Minnesota, I still believe the Lakers can win this series. I don't think it's like game over. Again, Chicken Little, the sky is falling, but you cannot, if a team just beats you, that's one thing. If you just lose, it's one thing, right? Like if this was a hard fought game, Anthony Edwards hits a game winner or something like that, you tip your cap to him and you move on, right? It's like, man, it was a good game, back and forth, playoff basketball game, and Lakers just lost. It happens, right? But it's not what happened here. Don't get me wrong, it was a hard-fought game till the end, till the last, 4 minutes, and the Lakers got ran through. But even then, it shouldn't have been a hard-fought game. If the Lakers have 10 turnovers, they blow them out. You make your 7 free throws that you missed, or even half of them, it's a different game. Completely different game. Right? It's so frustrating watching the Lakers just beat themselves. Right? Again, this wasn't a game where Minnesota just dominated us start to finish. Where it was man, Minnesota just looked like the better team all game. No, this was a game where the Lakers literally should have won this game. This is a game that Lakers had several times where it looked like they were in control and just kept giving up the rope. It's just, These kind of games are so incredibly frustrating. Again, I don't think it's Chicken Little sky is falling. I don't think the Lakers are done. Put a fork in them. I mean, you have to win game 4. If Lakers lose game 4, I think the series is over. But Lakers win game 4, tie the series, we're fine. I'm not worried about it until Lakers go down 3-1. All right. And even then, it's just it's so frustrating watching this team beat themselves. Anyways, let's get into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions. Real quick, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me if you're not subscribed. And let's get into the thick of it. I'm done ranting. Dustin, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Rui, Gabe, Dorian Finney-Smith are useless. Reeves did nothing in the fourth. I don't think he can handle the LA spotlight. I don't think it has anything to do with the LA spotlight personally. I just think that this team's too physical for him. Right? I did a whole video about it, breaking it down. Right? Like, if you know, like his shot was falling earlier. Right? He started the game, 3 of 3 from 3 or 3? Excuse me, the bubblies are giving me the burps. But, like he started off hot, right? Was hitting threes and doing all that stuff. And then he started driving to the basket and they started, throwing him to the ground and getting physical with him. And you saw him slowly start to just, again, he's not good handling the physicality. It's something that I've talked about very heavily about him. It's something that I've had concerns with him for, years now. I mean, the Denver series, right? Denver got really physical with him, right? Jamal Murray, bumping him around, moving him around, right? When he doesn't get to the foul line, he think about the regular season, right? He usually generates, 10 points a game or whatever on just free throws. He had 2 free throws and he missed one of them, right? Like, again, it's a different game. Playoffs are a different game. You see some guys, they're great in the regular season. Great. But, the playoffs, more physical, more intense, right? I don't think it's that he can't handle the LA spotlight. I just think he's not good. Like, I think if the Lakers get through this round and play the Warriors, I think he cooks the Warriors. I think you'll see a different Reeves in that series, right? Why? Because they're not as physical. Like, they'll try to be physical with them, but they're not as big and physical, and they don't have the big physical athletic bodies to throw on Austin Reeves the way that this team does, right? Like, that's my problem is I think, this is just not a good matchup for Austin Reeves, and I think once his shot stopped falling and he started missing shots, right? Because he finished the game 5 of 11? Yeah, 5 of 11, right? But you got to remember, like I said, he started the game like 3 of 4 or whatever. So that means he made 2 out of 7, so his shot started getting cold. And he tried to go to the basket a couple times, got bullied a few times, and then just stopped going to the basket, right? So that's the problem, I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith's out there to, defend and be versatile, right? He's not out there to go drop 20. I still like what Dorian Finney-Smith brought. He gave you 8 points. That's what you're looking for him to do, right? Hit a couple threes. Like, I thought Dorian Finney-Smith was fine. Gabe Vincent, in 15 minutes, I thought he was okay. I didn't think he was like fantastic. Jared Vanderbilt getting into foul trouble, I thought hurt because we were having a lot of success with Jared Vanderbilt out there. A lot of success. Again, I think that you need to start Jared Vanderbilt. Honestly, if Jared Vanderbilt doesn't get into foul trouble, I think this is a very different game. And I think the Lakers desperately need to start Vando. But appreciate you. Thank you, Dustin. Mikel, coming out the $5 super chat. If I see Hayes again, we're heading into ham territory. AR, please run point. But bro thinks he's AI or Kai. Rui needs be in more plays. Game 1 crippled us. I mean, I think you still need to start Hayes. I do. Talked about this in a video. Like, you don't want to lose Hayes entirely, right? Like, and this is a terrible, terrible matchup for Jackson Hayes, right? Talked about it going into the series, right? I don't think Jackson Hayes is a starting center. I don't. I said it, months ago, literally. And I got a lot of slack. I got a lot of pushback for that, right? More and more people are starting to come around and be like, you know what? I told you were crazy and you're right, right? But, regardless, it's just, if we can get out of this round he'll be like, if we play the Warriors, he'll be more valuable against the Warriors, right? Because now he has that size advantage plus his athleticism and stuff like that, right? But this series, this is a terrible matchup for Jackson Hayes. But I don't think you can't not play him at all, right? He's been averaging about 8 to 10 minutes a night. I think that's what you have him do. But he's not a great rebounder, right? Doesn't defend. He's not disciplined. He's a liability in this series, but you don't want to lose him, in future series. I do think like he's valuable, even a Thunder matchup. I think he's valuable against the Thunder, right? Like certain matchups, I think he's valuable in. Even if we play like Boston in the conference, in the NBA finals, right? I think he's valuable against Boston, right? It's just this with Randall and Gobert, it's not a good matchup for him at all. And then Austin Reeves again, yeah, he's very reliant on creating contact. And when he doesn't get the whistle and he's getting bodied, he's trying to do a little too much. And it's like, if it's not there, don't force it. If it's not there, you don't have to do too much. But anyways, appreciate you. Atlanta Focus, thank you so much for $2 super chat. Really appreciate that. I don't see a comment. I don't know if you had a comment or if you were just supporting. If you're just supporting, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you had a comment and you just forgot to add it or something, I'll keep an eye on the chat and I'll answer your question. If you were just supporting, then again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Seriously. But let's see. Let's get to the regular chat until some more super chats trickle in. Let's see. Lakers were butt juice. You're not wrong. Rui is so trash. Yeah. Look, I've said it before. Unless he's shooting the lights out, he's struggling. Right. I really think that they need to start Jared Vanderbilt in his place. Genuinely. I think you need to go Luka, Reeves, Vando, LeBron, and Hayes to start the game. Pull Hayes out, 4 minutes in or whatever. Bring in Doe. And then I think Vando needs to play 30 minutes a night. I think you live with it. I really do. I think you live with it. He's just been so valuable, and good things keep happening when Jared Vanderbilt's on the basketball court. Game 4 must win. Luka and Bron are built for these moments. Yeah, look, I expect Luka to be better. Like, I'm not worried about Luka. This was a the flu game or sick game. I'm not worried about Luka. I think Luka, this is probably the worst game Luka will have in the postseason. And I mean, he still had 17, 8, and 7. Turnovers were a big problem. If it's one thing to have a bad game. It's another thing to turn the ball over, as much as he did. And a lot of them were just careless, forced, unforced turnovers, right? Like just him getting stuck or him trying to, do too much. He's just got to be better in those moments, right? Bron, I expect him to continue to be great. I'm not worried about LeBron. I talked about it going in this game that I thought that this would be a LeBron and Reeves game. And it was shaping up that way. Really was. I mean, it was looking great. And then until it wasn't. Why is it every time we think we're going to win, then we lose? Because Lakers love to beat themselves. They've done it all season, right? I mean, we've had several games where the Lakers just beat themselves, like literally just beat themselves, right? I mean, look at the Chicago game where Josh Giddey hits the half-court game winner. Like that was a game where the Lakers just beat themselves. They do it all the time, and that's the thing that's frustrating. I don't know, man, every time Lakers lose, my whole life's a mess. I don't blame you. It is so frustrating. Wolves played 5 times harder, too many turnovers. Yes, agreed. I mean, a lot of the Lakers' issues is just Minnesota's just outworking them, out hustling, right? Lakers need a lot of, like, one of the things, and I don't want to get into like the offseason videos and stuff yet, right? Like, I want to stay focused. I know I'm Mr. like trade and Mr. offseason guy, but I want to, I always, every year I wait until it's appropriate. And then, I have like 8 months to talk about trades, right? But one of the things that the Lakers desperately need, and trust me, there will be several videos about this. They need athleticism badly, like badly. They need to get some like real athletic two-way guys. Like, can we get a Nikhil Alexander Walker, right? Can we steal him from them, right? Can we need to get a couple just athletes. Like, the problem is Lakers don't have a lot of athletes, right? Like, Rui's not like, I understand that they're all athletes, but we're talking scale. Like, they're like Rui, as unathletic as he looks, is more athletic than you and I, but by scale, by like NBA standards, he's not athletic. Austin Reeves is not athletic, right? Like, we don't have a bunch of real, like, Luka's not an athlete, right? Reeves is not an athlete, right? Like, Rui is not an athlete, right? Even Gabe is not, he's a good defender. He's hard nosed. He's tough, but he's not this like super athletic guy, right? Like, Lakers need some real athleticism. They need some real athletes out there on this team, but I'm checked out. I wouldn't check out yet. I think the Lakers will win game 4. All of a sudden it's 2-2. You get back to the series. I think we've seen this team, as frustrating as this team can be, as much as this team loves to beat themselves, like, this team has shown up when they needed to, right? This team has locked down and done what they needed to do when they needed to. So, I do expect them to do so again, right? Like, again, Minnesota's going to have to beat us. It just sucks because this was a game where it was like, guys were good for Minnesota, all that stuff. You win this game, you could just be, hey, the only way you can beat us is if you shoot 21 of 42. But now it's like, oh, the only way you can beat us is to shoot 21 of 42, or we turn the ball over 20 times and just play a bunch of careless basketball. It is so frustrating. We wasted LeBron's 38 points. As it stands, we don't deserve to face OKC in the next round as well, playing like this. Well, we wouldn't face OKC in the next round. We'd face OKC in the conference finals if we did. We play the winner of the Warriors and the Rockets, if the Lakers can even get out of this round. But yeah, this was not good. Wolves in 5 or 6. Nah, I think there'll at least be a game 7. I just don't know if the Lakers would. Yeah, can't go down 3-1. Agreed. Trade Rui, bro, sold game for us. I think, look, I said this a million times. I see a lot of people saying trade Rui. I said this for months again, too. Even if the Lakers win the championship this year, let's say best case scenario, Lakers figure it out, go on, win the championship. Even if the Lakers win the championship, I think this team looks very different next season. Like, I think most of the guys are getting traded. Like, I think because again, Lakers have so many holes and issues and things that they need to address that even if you win the championship, those are still going to be there. And you're still going to have struggles and you're still going to have issues that you're going to need to address. So I think this team looks very different regardless of what happens. But yeah, I mean, again, Lakers, it's just, it's frustrating. We're too undersized. Yes, that's definitely doesn't help that we don't have a real center and interior size. Again, I mean, what we've seen is exactly why I said I didn't want to play Minnesota round 1, right? I was fine playing Minnesota. I wanted the smoke, just not necessarily round 1. And I wanted the Warriors. That was my ideal scenario. Got a lot of pushback for that. A lot of people, were like, no, Minnesota. Minnesota is probably the worst matchup for this team. And you're playing in the first round where Lakers need to figure stuff out, right? It's the first playoff game for JJ, first playoff for Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, right? It's a tough matchup that even if the Lakers make it out, they're going to be so banged up and beat up and just, I had a lot of concerns about the series. I thought the Lakers would win the series. I still think that they will win the series, but this isn't a good matchup for round 1. Round 2, round 3, when the Lakers have figured some stuff out, got the confidence, kind of know what they need to do, then it's very different, right? It's fine, but not in round 1. It's not a good matchup, which was my concern. Everything that I highlighted was all kind of coming to line. Stakes coming out $2 super chat. Too much one-on-one play, shaking my head. Yeah, again, Lakers are best when they're moving the basketball. It's a Luka team, so Luka, very high ISO, very on ball, very high usage, but you still gotta find ways to keep the defense on their toes, right? Lakers keep bailing out the Lakers, Lakers keep bailing out Minnesota, right? Got to move the basketball better. Got to do a better job just with the effort. Again, this was the Lakers game to win or lose, and they lost it. Right? Like I said, this game was tied 103 to 103 with 4:37 left. Lakers got outscored 13 to 1. Literally 13 to 1 in the final 4 minutes. 103 103. And the only point that they scored was the Austin Reeves free throw. Right? So they didn't even score off of a field goal. It was one free throw that Austin Reeves made. Like, it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. It's so frustrating. But anyway, again, I appreciate you. Rui has the instincts of a doorknob. Rui needs to get off this team yet. Wasted LeBron's legacy game. Let's see. I'm done. I'm so done, Tyler. Even if the Lakers win next game, it's over. Don't even play anymore. The rest is on the way. Book the flights to Cancun. Now it's over. Wolves are 10 times better than this team than we are. I don't think this was a game where Minnesota was just better than us. Like, Minnesota, as bad as the Lakers played, and the Lakers played about as bad of a game as they could. And it was still tied. Literally, it was still tied. So, why did JJ play Rui over Vando? Vando had 5 fouls. He got into foul trouble early. If he didn't get in foul trouble, he probably plays more minutes. Rui just sealed his fate. He'll be the first to be traded this offseason. I think he gets traded this offseason too. I think he was going to get traded this offseason regardless. Let's see. We got a reason to be worried now. I can't even lie. Back against Toronto. I know you're going to see what this team's made of, right? Either this team folds and Minnesota essentially seals the deal, or Lakers ball out. Like I said, luckily, this was something where we've seen the Lakers with their backs against the wall regularly ball out. So I'm hoping that that's the case and they can do that again. Reeves had a good game, 7-18, good game. He did 2.5 quarters, like I said. The first half and half of the third, he was actually very good. And then just, again, his shot started not falling, started forcing stuff, careless. I just want our season to end already so we can sign and trade for a big man already. I feel it. So series is over because Luka has a tummy ache. I don't know about that. This is all because Luka was sick. Lakers in 6. If Luka is better, yep. Luka will be better next game. We were right there, let go of the ropes. Agreed. Rui off the team this summer. Our season might be over. Again, like I said, we're going to see what this team's made of. Right? Again, I don't want to overreact. I don't want to over panic. I don't want to anything like that. But, this wasn't a good look. That's for sure. Let's see. Luka got sick at the worst possible time. If he was even 50%, we win this game. Yeah, agreed. Need to work on ball handling. It was just a lot of unforced and careless turnovers, right? It wasn't even just the ball handling, right? It wasn't like they were just pickpocketing us all game. A lot of just careless, just unforced errors. Let's see. Hayes is garbage. You're not wrong. Like I said, I like Hayes as a backup high energy guy giving you 10 minutes a night. Him as your starting center is not what you need. Yeah, turnovers killed us. This game was the first game. This, in my opinion, this game was worse than the first game, right? Because at least Minnesota just shot the lights out, and the game was essentially over pretty quickly. You just knew the way the game was going that Lakers are just not winning this game, right? But Minnesota didn't shoot the lights out. Lakers again had it. It was tie game with 4:37 remaining, 103 to 103, and just botched it. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Austin Sold, you're not wrong. Well, Hayes is a free agent, so they'll probably just not sign him if that. The game was right there for us to steal, but we didn't want it enough. Agreed. When is Reeves going to give us 30? This series, I don't think it'll happen. So many mistakes. Yep. Yeah, Luka had a lot of turnovers. Rui did this first. Denver, 2. Even worse, yeah. Let's see. AD better than Luca, or really we just had a chance with AD this season. AD's not better than Luca. Look, let's not pretend like Luca hasn't averaged 34 a game going into this game, and he was sick, right? Even when the Lakers made the conference finals, what was the big issue with the Lakers that entire playoff run? Anthony Davis game to game. Like, you didn't know what Anthony Davis was showing up. But like, Reeves was great, Rui was hitting shots, and then you got to the Denver series, right? Like, again, like, it's not like, I understand Luka had a bad game, but let's not pretend like he didn't give you 35 and 34 in the first two games on like good efficiency, and wasn't like the sole offense in game one. Let's see. Minnesota, this is such a stupid. It's so funny watching these people like just grasp at straws. Again, watch the games. Don't just comment. Like, again, Minnesota has shot more free throws as Lakers have contributed more fouls every game, literally every game, right? Like, again, Lakers took 20 free throws. Minnesota took 21. Last I checked, 21 is more than 20. Is it not? Right? Like, the game before, it was 25-20. Right? The game before that, same thing. Like, again, people are just talking. Like, there's a lot you can criticize the Lakers. There's a lot of like actual logical stuff you could say. Right? But people are like, oh, the refs aren't helping the Lakers. Like, the refs didn't help the Lakers in game two. The only reason that game was close is because the refs were, was calling fouls regularly. Can't win a game with 20 turnovers, missing that many free throws, and Luka was asked. Yeah, agreed. Facts. Choke started at the end. That was so sad. Yeah, agreed. Rui has been off this team like 2 years ago. Yeah. 19 turnovers, 28 points off turnovers, and outscored by 30 points in the paint. Yep. I mean, the paint scoring is probably going to happen regardless. But again, you can't have all the holes that the Lakers have the lack of interior size, and then turn the ball over 20 times and just not play good basketball. If Lakers lose next game, I say it's over. Yeah, I don't think Lakers beat them 3 in a row. I don't. If we don't make the conference finals, I'm trading Reeves and Rui. This BS. I am not against trading anybody on this team. I've said that a million times. So I'm with it. Reeves, Rui, Gabe. I got to go. They are too inconsistent, too have many chances in the playoffs. This was on Luka and Dorian Finney-Smith. Don't know how to defend anymore. Trade Rui and Reeves. I've seen enough. The lack of defense and one-dimensional players. Lakers need, like I said, athleticism and two-way guys badly. Yeah, if the Lakers lose next game, that's not good. Can't let McDaniels cook like this. Yeah, again, dude, like the guy's averaging like 25 a game. Like, that's inexcusable. I mean, he's only playing Hayes. Like, it's not like he's playing Hayes 30 minutes a night. He's playing Hayes 8 minutes. Like I said, you don't want to lose Hayes. We need a center. We need wings. We need a bench. Oh my God, we need a lot of things. And his baby Jordan, and it is ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, Luka was sick. We beat ourselves. This is going to be our toughest series. Agreed. Which is why I didn't want to play them in round one. I really didn't. I didn't want to play Minnesota in round one at all. I think the Lakers still beat Minnesota. I thought they had a chance to beat Minnesota, even going in the series, but I was really worried about this Minnesota matchup. I just think it's just not a good matchup for the Lakers. But if they get through the series, Lakers are going to be really good. Let's see. JJ's not responsible for the team turning the ball over 20 times and guys missing shots and not playing defense. And again, you only have so many guys you can play. Again, the players play the games. At the end of the day, it's up to the players. Players play the games, right? Like, JJ Redick isn't the one bringing the ball up every possession and carelessly turning it over. Like, he's not responsible for 20 turnovers and, what was it? 9 offensive rebounds and all these. Like, again, coach can only do so much. A coach can only micromanage a game so much. We have 0 to win a title. No interior defense, no rebounding, both defensively and offensively. If Lakers can get through Minnesota, I think they have a really good chance of winning the championship. Like, really good chance. Just getting through this team. Let's see. Nobody watches what Luca eats on the road. No one gets sick but Luca. Rui is pure trash. I mean, people have flu. People get flus all the time. There've been plenty of players in the history. I mean, Jordan got it, right? Like, I don't think it has anything to do with that. My goat played both sides tonight. Yeah, LeBron was fantastic tonight. Yeah, the Wolves role players have been great, but that's the thing, though, right? Like, if Nas Reed and Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards go off, right? Well, why you have LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, right? Those three guys are supposed to be handling 90% of the offense, right? But when we haven't gotten these 3 games, right? You had the Luka game in game 1, and LeBron and Reeves didn't show up. Game 2, again, Luka was great. LeBron was excellent, like fantastic defensively. Kind of struggled a little bit offensively. Austin Reeves was like unplayably bad. And then this game, you had LeBron heroics. Luka was not great, and Austin Reeves was only great for a half. Right. Let's see. I want the season over too much. The season absolutely sucks. I hate this pathetic team. We are horrible team and no talent. I hope Lakers in Cancun not even suit up. It's over. Yeah. Then Vano had 5 fouls. Yeah. Thought it was Kawhi at the end. I don't care how good AR is during the regular season. Not showing up in the postseason is ridiculous. And he's done this for several years. But, I'm an Austin Reeves hater, because I criticize Austin Reeves. I am an Austin Reeves hater. It's funny how none of the Austin Reeves supporters have been in the chat since these playoffs, right? Our admin is. He's a big Austin Reeves guy. But he's actually been honest about it. So credit him. And people don't pick up. We losing because LeBron can't do this constantly. We sold a game where LeBron dropped 38. It's infuriating. Yeah, that's a big problem. I hate to break it to you guys, but it was fun run. Wolves are winning this in 5 now, thanks to JJ Redick forcing Luka out there. I mean, again, he's your best player, right? Like, you're just not going to play him, right? Like, again, if that was LeBron, people would be like, oh man, LeBron trying to stick this one out. Like, again, Luka had a terrible game, but again, like, he's sick. He made it work. He went out there, still did some things. He had some bad games. We didn't lose just because of Luka. Like, we lost for careless turnovers, lack of aggression, lack of everything. Like, again, it wasn't like Luka was so unplayably bad that we just solely lost because of Luka. Right? He wasn't great. Like, don't get me wrong, he deserves criticism, but this wasn't like, oh, JJ forcing Luka to be out there, right? Again, like, you still needed him out there. He hit big shots. Then the third, he had that one fadeaway over Randall. I mean, again, he helped us tie the game at 103. Right? It's just, but yeah, I mean, it's a bad game. You write it off. The guy's averaging 34 a game leading in the series. Luka blew this game, passed LeBron the ball. He was on a heater. Why go away from him? Yeah. I mean, well, they were also trying to close out LeBron too. Game 4 must win. Chill. Yeah. Like I said, they'll be fine. Win game 4, you're fine. I hate to say it, but the Lakers are toast. The Lakers season is over. It's time to go to Cancun. Lakers are done. I don't think so yet. Again, I want to see how again, you lose game 3 or you lose game 4, then yeah, I think it's over. Because I don't think that they're going to beat them 3 times in a row. But Lakers have shown all season long when they needed to buckle down, when they needed to get a win, they've balled out and they've done what they had to do. So, I got a really great idea how to win this series. Play serious basketball. It's damn playoffs. Play playoff basketball. You're not wrong. I don't know how you think Vando's terrible. I don't know where you get that from. I wanted the Warriors around 1 badly. Yep, when Jaden McDaniels is their best player, that's not good. let's see. You have arguably the best player ever to play on a heater, and who hasn't hit a shot, go away from the hot hand. Reeves must be traded. Why did people want Minnesota in round one? I didn't get it. Like I said, I got a lot of slack for saying I didn't want Minnesota in round one, but no. They gave away probably 10 plus points for missed layups and stupid passes. NBA players can't make simple passes that kids in grade school can compete. Pathetic, yeah. Reeves got to go. I've talked about trading him numerous times, but remember, I'm an Austin Reeves hater. So, let's see. I didn't want Minnesota round one. I don't think we match up well with them. I agree. I really did it. I was not thrilled about it. I talked about it. Like I said, I got a lot of pushback for it. I didn't mind playing them in a later round. Play them a second, third round. Fine. You got to go through who you got to go through. But round one, really didn't want them. Right? Because I wanted the Lakers to kind of figure some stuff out. I really wanted the Lakers to, kind of get through a round or two before you play a bad matchup team. We have so much offensive firepower. We should win the title, but our lazy mental attitude is killing us. Yeah. Again, it's just guys not playing the right way. You got to play the right way. And Reeves and especially Lucas at the bed. Yep, you're not wrong. Rui can't start. Again, I think they need to start Jared Vanderbilt. I really do. Hayes is a free agent, so they'll probably just let him walk. We tricked the third and tricked the fourth. Yes, agreed. Lakers had the lead at halftime, and you blew it. Let's see. I love Rui, but he's got to go. Agreed. Ant cooked Luka all night and posterized him. Let's see. Rui needs to come off the bench. I agree. I think you do. I think you got to start with Jared Vanderbilt. I just think good things happen every time he's on the basketball court. Infuriating is an understatement. Yeah. You're not wrong. Let's see. Of course they are, because it's the Lakers. It's the greatest team ever in the history of sports. So, of course, people either love them or hate them. Wants the series more than us. You can tell by how they're playing. Yeah, they're just outworking us. Like, game one was a lot of them just outworking us. Game two is a lot, or game three is a lot of the same thing. I'd love to hear you explain how this is on coaching. Again, coaches can only do so much. Right? Like, people want like JJ Redick to what? Like Luka has 5 turnovers, pull him out, and then they go on a run, and everyone it's a lose-lose situation, right? What are you do? You're just not going to play your best player, right? And then Lakers lose, and everyone's going to, why didn't JJ play Luka? Right? He's our best. It's silly. Again, coaches are not responsible for players' mistakes, right? Like, a coach can't control, LeBron turning the ball over and, him fumbling the ball late in the game. He can't control Austin Reeves going 2 of 7 from 3 down the stretch. He can't control Luka turning the ball over, or Austin Reeves having 4 turnovers, or, Minnesota getting offensive rebounds or whatever. Again, a coach can only do so much. A coach can only micromanage so much. You only get so many timeouts. You only get so many different things. At some point, when do you hold the players accountable? I get people want to have that one singular person, like it's Luka's fault, or it's, the coach's fault, or whatever, but it doesn't work that way, right? Basketball is a team sport. There's 5 guys on the court. A coach only gets so many timeouts. A coach can only, control what he's able to control. Let's see. What else? Sorry, trying to find something. Me. It might be cooked. I mean, we might. I mean, you're down 2-1 in the series, so let's see. You know how many times that's happened to players? Like, players get the flu, players get sick. They're in Minnesota. It's like snowing and stuff. Tyler finna crash it up. Not yet. I'm getting there. What's the version of our team that can hoist the trophy title? I'm trying to see something. I mean, again, like the defensive effort we saw in game 2 with consistent offense, right? Like we've seen this team be able to put it together. A great example was the OKC game, right? A week or couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever, right? Guys hitting shots, guys bringing the effort and energy and intensity, locking down defensively, right? Few miscues here and there, fine, but take care of the basketball, bring the effort and energy, play solid defense. We've seen it again. We saw it in game 2, right? I mean, offensively they were terrible, but defensively they were great. Put that effort from game 2 with LeBron giving you some consistency, Reeves giving you some consistency. Yeah, it's definitely an argument to be made. All the pressures on the Lakers. Lakers are done 6-4 them. Yeah, but I'm fine with the pressure, right? Again, you have two of the greatest playoff performers ever, right? Like, if anyone's going to be able to handle the pressure, it's Luka and LeBron, right? So again, I don't think Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Yeah, Lakers lose game 4. I think it is. I think that's a wrap. I think we're going to start the offseason sooner rather than later. Let's see. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Not yet. Again, not yet. Let's see. Now we had this game, we beat ourselves. Agreed. 1,000%. Like I said, the Lakers were tied with 4:37 remaining. It was 103-103. And the only point we scored was one Austin Reeves free throw. That was it. That was the only point we scored. If Luke is sick, why is he even playing? Because it's the playoffs, right? Just like why anyone would play if he's sick. Luka being sick sucks. Yes, you're not wrong. Rescinding the Mark Williams trade was a complete mistake. I mean, in hindsight, again, you never know what would have been, right? Like, Lakers make that trade and then end up with Mark Williams, and then all of their concerns come to reality in a tough Minnesota matchup because of the physicality. And now everyone's like, why do we trade for Mark Williams, right? Again, hindsight's always 20/20, but not gonna lie, I'm a bit worried. Yeah, I understand being worried without a doubt. As great as LeBron played, he's not entirely focused. Bro was laughing it up with Conley and Edwards like it was a regular season game. The whole team seems to be in the same mode. The lackadaisical. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, the players are too friendly. Lakers Nation is having a collective meltdown. Yeah, which again, I don't blame it at all. I don't blame it at all. Let's see. You're lying to yourself. Lakers are cooked. I mean, we'll see, right? Again. Yeah, it looked like a regular season game. I said the Lakers end up losing next game, then like I said, we'll have a very different conversation. But right now, again, being down 2-1, Lakers have been down 2-1 before. Lakers have been down in a series before, right? LeBron's been down in a series before. Luka's been down in a series before. Guys come back, win it all the time, right? All of Reeves over dribbles in traffic, him kicking the ball, trying to drive. Brown found a wide open pass like a person that keeps falling running from a killer in a scary movie. You're not wrong, right? That just keeps tripping over themselves. That is actually a good analogy. I like that. No focus, endless mental lapse. Yeah, you're, like I said, you're not wrong. All right. Mikel coming out the final super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you. If Lakers took care of business against 500 teams, we would have gotten the 2 seed and faced the Warriors. Their bad habits blew it in the playoffs. Shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, hindsight, again, you look at like the Bulls games, you look at that Utah game, you look at like some of these games, and it's like, it'd be in a very different position. I personally liked the Warriors matchup, right? I really did. I thought that was a favorable matchup, but it's just, I mean, look, you have to beat the teams that are in front of you, right? And it's up to the Lakers to beat the team. We've seen this Lakers team be able to hold up and match up and do what they need to do. Can they do that 3 more times, right? However many games it takes, goes to 6 or goes to 7 or goes to whatever, right? But it's up to the Lakers to do their job, right? Like, again, I figured Lakers would lose some games. I've said Lakers in 6. So, no, Lakers got to win 3 straight, which I think now it probably goes 7. But Yeah, I mean, you got to handle business, right? It's that simple. Um, you don't. This team just loves to beat themselves, which is incredibly frustrating. We've seen it all season. It's been an issue all season, right? Um, and also another big thing before I start wrapping this up is now one of the things that I talked about is like what happens when the offense runs dry, right? Talked about that very heavily. We don't have the pieces to, stay in front of guys. Why we didn't try to get Luka and at least a big like Claxton. They tried to get Claxton, but they wanted too much. Which hopefully that changes this offseason. Let's see. There isn't a version we win the championship too inconsistent, no center. Again, there is a version. Lakers can the no center part sucks, but you know, again, you play the Warriors in the second round, you're not worried about a center. OKC. Now, if you play somebody like the Clippers or Denver, that could be a little bit of an issue. But you play OKC in the conference finals. Isaiah Hartenstein isn't this like dominant, imposing center that the Lakers really have to worry about, right? And then even if you play Cleveland, that might be a problem. But Boston, right? Kristaps Porzingis, he's more perimeter oriented anyway. So, Tyler, get back to reality. Your fan says I disagree. I mean, we'll see. Again, I get people's talk about it all the time. Pendulum swing, right? Part of fandom. I get it, but let's wait and see. Right? Lakers win the next 3 games, and all of a sudden they're advanced the next round, and all of us are up here like, whoa, like it just let things develop. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. You never know what game 4 is going to bring. All of a sudden, Lakers win game 4, steal home court, and all of us are in here celebrating, talking about Lakers are going to win the series again. Right? We got to kind of let things play the way it's going to play. Let's see. At least we know Reeves ain't it before we make a big mistake giving him that huge contract. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do a couple more questions and skate on out of here. Got a lot of videos, a lot of stuff to talk about. Tune in to watch Chef Curry tomorrow lose to the Houston Rockets again. Timberwolves not only aren't a good matchup for Reeves, but for our whole team in general. We got to dig deep. Yes, agreed. Win score was tied 103-103 for the rest of the Lakers. Only shot threes. No one went to the basket, and they were in the bonus. Yeah, doesn't help. Getting poor decision making and getting no $35 million bag. My ass. Lakers will win Sunday and tie the series 2-2. There you go, Sammy. I love it. Love the optimism. I love it. We got to face reality again. Like I said, Sunday we'll have a conversation one way or another. Either it's a good conversation or a bad conversation. I don't want to overreact. If you guys want it, that's beautiful. That's fine. Like I said, if Lakers go down 3-1, we'll talk about it because I think that series is over at that point. But Tyler, you should start making the offseason videos because Lakers ain't winning again. I'm so done with the Lakers. I ruined my night, and I'm sick of it. The playoffs are so bad. Not yet. Again, like we'll get there. Again, look, I'm this trade guy. I love talking trades. I love talking the possibilities. Right, so trust me, you're gonna get plenty. You're gonna get like 8 months of it, like you usually do. But I want to wait until we get there. Let's see. This team ain't winning a chip. I'm done. Let's get it next season. Weight room isn't open. We should have kept Mark Williams. Like I said, hindsight's always 2020, but let's see. Let's do like one more. Yeah, Hayes is garbage. She isn't what we need. Center badly. Send the Mark Williams trade. Yes, that was not a good. Hurts us. Let's see. I think the series is over. This is a must-win game and a winnable game too. So I think it's over. Wolves. Game 4 and game 5. I think if Lakers lose on Sunday, I think they win game 5, and then Minnesota probably wins in 6. Lakers will win on Sunday. Beautiful. I'm going to end it here on a positive note. Speak this into the universe. Like I said, it's very possible that the Lakers lose. It's very possible that they win. Series tied 2-2. Either way, we're going to talk about it. Either way, we're going to have the conversations about it. But I'm gonna get out of here. Got some videos, got some work to do. Everyone that hung out, I really appreciate it. Thank you all so very much. I know it sucks. It's frustrating. It really is. And yes, Blucky, you missed the good old Tyler rant. But everyone that gave me super chats, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Helps me out a ton. Yeah, I'll see you guys all on Sunday. Hopefully it's with the W and we're celebrating rather than losing. But